You've been out around the country talking about low carbon industries, and that's something that we should look at for the future to help us in the recovery and get out of this recession. What exactly do you mean by that?
What I mean is that we're not going to have a high carbon economy in the future. You know, we've taken these decisions, not just ourselves, but in Europe, the United States, and the developed world, and we're trying to sign up the emerging economies as well. What we produce and how we produce it, the energy sources that we use, are going to be low carbon emitting. And what I'm saying to businesses in this country is, look at what you produce, the goods and services which you can supply into the emerging low carbon markets of the future, markets and demand which have been created as a result of the targets that we've set on climate change, the new regulatory changes that we've introduced. All these changes are creating new markets, new sources of demand in the future. And what I want to see is more British businesses supplying the goods, the services and technologies to meet that demand. I don't want it all coming from elsewhere in Europe or internationally. I want a strong, high performance, high productivity supply chain operating in this country to supply these new markets and forms of demand. So businesses, look at what you're producing and look at the new markets and demand that is emerging. But secondly, look at how you're producing. I mean, what is the energy that you use? What are your carbon emissions that flow from how you use energy in your businesses? Invest now, cut your costs, employ greater energy efficiency, and therefore how you produce, you can do so more cheaply in the longer term, and therefore show a good return on your low carbon investment.
So what is government doing to actually help British businesses do exactly that?
Set the framework. We are making sure that people know that these markets and this demand will exist and grow in the future. We're giving regulatory certainty to people, but we're also giving them encouragement and some incentives to lower their carbon accounts and their costs of energy in their businesses, so that they can produce and manufacture and supply their services more cheaply in the medium and longer term.